Hi, welcome to Reading the Bible with Nikki. This show is not family friendly, nor is it intended to be. So if you get easily offended and highly butt sore, fuck off and do not watch past this point because I'm sure both of those things are going to happen. So take your pills. We're only like an hour or two late. Uh, Take your pills, pack a bowl, grab your smokes, and get comfy. Then get your beverage. This is this is the new Christmas present I just got today. It is a Christmas present for my neighbor. My my one neighbor got me cat stuff for Christmas. This neighbor got me this giant ass cup and made me a whole fucking tray of homemade candy. There's homemade pretzel, caramel, and walnut thing, some potato candy, homemade potato candy, and homemade fudge. Big ass thing of it for Christmas. And this giant coffee cup. And it came with 3 ounces of coffee in it. No, three ounce bags of coffee. So this many coffees and homemade candy. Then my other neighbor brought cat toys and candy. And my cousin made me this. It's real pearl with a gold crucifix on it. She said, well, you and most of the rest of all of our other family are Christian, and I don't have anything really Christian, so I made you guys a pearl with a cross, or yeah, a pearl with a cross on it. It's a charm, so I hung it on my necklace. Then I got this thing. It's a dog tag that says coffee on it. You can't. Yeah, see, it says coffee on it. It's a dog tag. So my Christmas is almost over. But the part of Christmas where I have to be involved is over. And it's like, oh, yes, thank God that's over. So now we are on Jeremiah 36. So now, after all that, now let's smoke it, drink it, read it, right? Oh, and my mom says, Baruch Shep Adonai. Baruch Shep Adonai. She said you gotta say it fast, so Baruch Shep Adonai. I don't know. That's as languagey as I'm getting. So this is called Baruch, 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 Baruch. I don't know. Part of me wants to say Baruch, but Beirut is UI, so that might be Baruch. Baruch. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. But I do know I will be right back. Okay. So this says in the 4th year of Joachim, this word came to Jeremiah from the Lord. Take a scroll and write on it all the words that I have spoken to you about Israel, Judah, and all the nations from this first day I spoke to you until today. Perhaps if the house of Judah hears all the evil I have in mind to do to them, so that all of them turn from their evil ways, and then I can forgive their wickedness and their sin. So, is wickedness and sin those two different categories? Because you would think if it was one thing, it would just be all lumped in together, right? I don't know. So, Jeremiah called Baruch, the son of Neriah, and he wrote down on a scroll what Jeremiah said. Then Jeremiah commanded Baruch, I cannot enter God's house. I am barred from it. Because at one time I got drunk. Yeah, I'm not allowed there no more. So, you yourself must go on a fast day in the hearing of the people at God's house. Read the words of my Lord from the scroll you wrote at my dictation. Read them also to all the people of Judah who came from their cities. Perhaps they will present their supplication before the Lord and will all turn back from their evil way. For great is the anger and the wrath which the Lord has threatened this people. He's like, holy fuck, dude, you have no idea. These people are in for it. You better tell them. Then Baruch did everything Jeremiah had commanded. From the scroll, he read everything God said at his house. In the in September, the 5th year of Joachim, KOJ, all the people of Jerusalem and all those who came from Judah's cities proclaimed a fast before the Lord. So I guess as long as I don't proclaim I'm fasting, then maybe I don't have to. I really, I don't want to fast. So I'm just not going to say I'm going to do it. I'm just going to I'm going to skip over that part. No, that hasn't come up yet. So Baruch read the words of Jeremiah from the scroll in the room of Gemariah. It sounds a lot like gematria, doesn't it? Gemaria. We're just going to say that. So he's Shaphan's son. And we know about Shaphan. Can't exactly remember anything about him, but we read about him. In the upper court of the Lord's house, at the presence of the new temple, and hearing of all the people. Now, Micaiah, 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 Shaphan's grandson, heard the words of the Lord read from the scroll. So he went down to the house of the king, into the scribe's chamber, where the princes were meeting in session. Elishama, Delilah, no, Deliah, son of Shemaiah, Elnathan, Jemariah, Zedekiah, and other princes. Micaiah reported them all he had heard Baruch read from his scroll in the hearing of the people. The princes immediately sent Jehudi to Baruch with the order: the scroll you read in the hearing of the people, bring it with you and come. Scroll in hand, Baruch went to them. Sit down and read in our hearing. When they heard all of its words, they turned to each other in alarm and said to Baruch, Baruch, we have to tell the king all of this. And they said, tell us, please, how did you come to write this down? Was it at his dictation? And he was like, yes, he would dictate these words to me. Baruch answered them, while I wrote them down with ink in the scroll. Oh, this is some great word magic. Look, he didn't tell him who. He said, look, they said, was it at his dictation? And they're talking about God. And he's like, he would dictate these words to me while I wrote them down. The princess said to Baruch, go into hiding, you and Jeremiah. Do not let anyone know where you are. Oh, okay. So they meant Jeremiah. Okay. They went to the king into the courtyard. They had deposited the scroll in the room of Elishama, the scribe. And they went and told the king everything that had happened. The king sent Jehudi to get the scroll. Jehudi brought it from the room of Elishama, and read it to the king and to all the princes who were attending the king. Now the king was sitting in his winter house, because why wouldn't he need a winter house? Because why? Since it was October, no, yes, no, September, and the fire was burning in the brazier. Isn't this a bra? Brazier. No, I think, isn't that a bra? That's a bra. I don't know. Each time Jehudi finished reading 3 or 4 columns, he would cut off a piece with a scribe's knife and throw it in the fire and the brazier until the entire scroll was consumed in the fire and the brazier. Why do you have a fire and a bra? Oh my god. Hot it is. I don't know. Is brazier a holder? Over the shoulder boulder holder. I need to quit life. I know. I'm amusing only to myself. But you can be amused at my being amused, right? Okay. Uh, as they were listening to all these words, the king, the king and his people did not become alarmed, nor did they tear their garments. Oh, you motherfuckers, why? Ooh, I thought Josiah was a good one. Oh my God. And though Elnathan, Deliah, and Jemariah urged the king not to burn the scroll, he would not listen to them. He commanded Jerahmeel, a royal prince, and Seraiah and Shelemiah to arrest Baruch and Jeremiah, but the Lord had hidden them away. Something like that. He did. It said he did, so I guess he did. The word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah dictated to Baruch, take another scroll, write on it all the words in the first scroll, which Joachim burned, and against Joachim say this. Thus says the Lord, you are the one who burned that scroll, saying, why did you write on it? Babylon's king shall surely come and ravage this land, emptying in it of every little thing. The Lord now says of Joachim, no descendant of his shall sit on David's throne. His corpse shall be thrown out, exposed to heat by day and frost by night. I will punish him, his descendants, and his officials for their wickedness. Upon them, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the people of Judah, I will bring all the evil threats to which they did not listen. That's so depressing. Why do the people gotta pay for these people's bullshit? I mean, these people are doing some horrible shit, and us that have no idea about that shit until the past 6 years. We're paying for it. Like, nah, please save America. Oh my God. Then Jeremiah took another scroll and gave it to his scribe. Then Jeremiah took another scroll, gave it to his scribe, who wrote on it at Jeremiah's dictation all the words contained in the scroll which Joachim had burned in the fire, adding many words like them. Wow. So, okay, we're going to 30, 37. I'll be right back. Okay, so this one is called Jeremiah and the Dungeon. Okay, Josiah's son Zedekiah became king, succeeding Coniah. And I'm wondering if this isn't Jeconiah, the Jeconia, but I don't know for sure. But if it is Jeconiah, how lazy are they to not put his full fucking name? Because I don't know if I've read about any king called just Coniah. And we've already read about Zedekiah and Jehoiakim. I don't know. So Nebuchadnezzar made him king of Judah. Neither he, his officials, or the people of the land would listen to what God spoke through Jeremiah. Yet King Zedekiah sent Jehucal and Zephaniah to Jeremiah with this request. Please appeal to the Lord God for us. Okay. I know a lady who named her daughter this. And Jeremiah still came at this time. Jeremiah went freely among the people. He had not yet been put in prison. We just read about how he was in prison. Oh, well, no, he wasn't in prison, was he? He was held at the courtyard. Meanwhile, Pharaoh's army had set out from Egypt. When the Chaldeans were besieging Jerusalem, heard this report, they withdrew from the city. And then God told Jeremiah, listen, you must tell the king of Judah, the KOJ, who sent you, listen, the Pharaoh's army, which has, listen, Pharaoh's army has been sent to help you, will return to Egypt, its own land. The Chaldeans shall return and attack. They will capture it and destroy it with fire. Do not deceive yourselves, saying the Chaldeans are going to leave us alone. Because, no. Even if you could defeat the whole Chaldean army now attacking you, you would only you and only the wounded remained, each in his tent. These would rise up and destroy the city with fire. This place is getting fucked up, so it's like a lose-lose. So, you know. Now, when the Chaldean army withdrew because of Pharaoh's army, Jeremiah sent out to Jerusalem to go to the territory of Benjamin to receive his share of property among the people. That's the land that his uncle sold him. But at the gate of Benjamin, the guard, his name is Irijah, Hananiah's grandson, arrested Jeremiah, saying, "You are deserting to the Chaldeans." And Jeremiah said, "The fuck? What do you mean?" Irijah kept Jeremiah in custody and brought him to the princes. And they were enraged at Jeremiah, had him beaten and imprisoned, and at Jonathan's house. They were using it as a jail. So Jeremiah went into the room, and there he remained many days. Then King Zedekiah said, "What did God say?" And Jeremiah said, he said some shit. He said, "You're about to go. You're about to be done for." Then Jeremiah said, "How have I wronged you or any of these motherfuckers that y'all put me in jail? Bitch, I was going home. Like the fuck." and, and you have all these other people telling you such nice flowery things. But you don't listen to me. I'm the only one not lying to you. You're like the whole world believing the MSM right now. Like the corporate media, legacy media. I'm with sticks on that. I like legacy media better. So, turn off CNN and listen to what I'm telling you. Don't don't send me back to jail. I'm gonna die here. So Zedekiah ordered that Jeremiah be confined in the court of the guard and given a ration of bread every day from the baker street until all the bread in the city was eaten up. Thus, Jeremiah remained in the court of the guard. This is where he was jailed before. But why is he going to jail? What did he do, though? Right? Like, what did he do? Okay. Uh, okay. Let's try to get through this fast, right? Shephatiah, uh, Gedaliah, Jacal, and Peshur heard the words of Jeremiah speaking to all the people. Thus says the Lord, those who remain in this city shall die by means of the sword, starvation, and disease, but those who go to the Chaldeans shall live. Their lives shall be spared as spoils of war, that they may live. Thus says the Lord, this city shall certainly be handed over to the KOB. He's going to capture it. Then the princess said to the king, this man should be put to death. He is weakening the result. He's acting like Joe Biden. Okay. So, like, He's not speaking the welfare of our people, but their ruin. And Zedekiah was like, he is in our hands, for the king could, no, he is in your hands, for the king can do nothing with them. And so they took Jeremiah, they threw him into the cistern of Prince Malchiah. In the court of the guard, letting him down by rope. There was no water in the cistern, only mud, and Jeremiah sank into the mud. Now, Ebed Melech, Ebed Melech, an Ethiopian, a court official in the king's house, heard that they put Jeremiah in the cistern. And the king happened to be sitting at the gate of Benjamin. And Ebed went there from the house of the king and said, My lord king, these men have done wrong in all their treatment of Jeremiah, throwing him into the cistern. He will starve to death on the spot, for there is no more bread in the city. Then the king ordered Ebed Melech, take 3 men and get Jeremiah out of the cistern before he dies. Ebed took the men with him and went first to the linen closet in the house of the king and took some old tattered rags and lowered them by rope to Jeremiah in the cistern. Then he said to Jeremiah, Put these old tattered rags between your armpits and the ropes. And Jeremiah did so. And they pulled him up by rope out of the cistern. But Jeremiah remained in the court of the guard. Then Zedekiah summoned Jeremiah to meet him at the third entrance at God's house. I have a question to ask you, the king said. Do not hide anything from me. And Jeremiah was like, If I tell you anything, will you have me put to death? If I counsel, are you going to listen? Like the fuck, y'all. Then King Zedekiah swore to Jeremiah secretly, As the Lord lives, who gave us our lives, I will not kill you, nor will I seek to hand you over to the men who seek your life. Then Jeremiah said, Thus says the Lord of hosts, if you only surrender to the princes of Babylon, you shall save your life. This city shall not be destroyed by fire, and you and your household shall live. What about Judith? What the fuck is even happening? Oh my god. This better get to the part that happened in Judith because oy. But if you do not surrender to the princes of Babylon, this city shall fall into the hand of the Chaldeans, who shall destroy it by fire, and you shall not escape their land. You shall not escape. And then Zedekiah said, I am afraid of the Judahites who have deserted to the Chaldeans. I could be handed over to them, and they will mistreat me. And he said, "You will not be handed over to them. I beg you, please listen to the voice of the Lord regarding what I tell you, so that it may go well with you and your life be spared. But if you refuse to surrender, this is what the Lord has shown. I see all the women who remain in the house of Judah's king being brought out to the princes. They are crying, the KOB, they are crying. They betrayed you, outdid you, and your good friends. No, they betrayed you, outdid you, your good friends. Now that your feet are sunk in mud, they slink away. All of your wives and children shall be brought out to the Chaldeans. You shall not escape their hands. You shall be handed over to the KOB and the city destroyed by fire." Then Zedekiah said, "Let no one know about this conversation, or you shall die. If the princes hear I spoke with you, and if they should come and ask, tell what you said to the king. Do not hide it from us, or we will kill you." Or what did the king say to you? Give them the answer. I petitioned the king not to send me back to Jonathan's house, lest I die there. When all the princes came to Jeremiah and questioned him, he told them what the king had commanded. They said no more to him, or nothing had been overheard of the conversation. Thus, Jeremiah stayed in the court of the guard until the day Jerusalem was taken. Yeah, but what about Judah? Oh, I'm so confused about what happened to Judah. How far did we get that time? Really far. No. Oh well, fuck it. Anyway, what else was there? Not much else. So, thank you for spending the night with me and reading this story. Happy bedtime. So, thank you for watching. I love you and have the greatest day ever. Oh, real quick to stop. Okay, real quick. These are not uploading on BitChute. I don't know what the fuck is going on or what is happening, but these videos I'm making on on Vimeo or whatever. Somehow it's not uploading to BitChute. I don't exactly know what's happening there. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. So, good evening. Thank you for what? No. Thank you for watching. I love you. And sweet dreams. I should start saying sweet dreams instead of have the greatest day, right? So we'll try that. Hold on. Thank you for watching. I love you and have the sweetest dreams ever.